Roll the warm-up montage. Me, 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 me. Ma, ma, ma.
Me.
We don't really talk about singing and playing the bass much on the channel. Maybe because it's a bass channel and not a singing and playing the bass channel, but could we be a singing and playing the bass channel also? I have this long list of bassists who are also insane vocalists, and I just wanted to create this space to honor them and that side of their musicianship. Oh, and by the way, if you are not a bassist, but yet somehow found yourself in the cool corner of YouTube today anyways, it's not a problem. All of these tips can be applied on most instruments. Starting with my good friend and someone who needs no introduction whatsoever, Sir Paul McCartney. Okay, so maybe we're more of distant acquaintances. And by distant acquaintance, I mean two people who have never met before, but we definitely hit it off. Before I start, we're mostly going to be talking about some Beatles songs today because I just really wanted to do a Beatles episode. So the Beatles rarely performed live after like 63, so there's a very good chance that he didn't actually sing and play these at the same time in the studio, but we all know he could if he wanted to. Oh, and while we're on the topic of Sir Paul McCartney, you might have been eyeing this gorgeous Hofner over here. Shout out to Nick Wass at Hofner and Rob Olson over at Adam Hall for letting me borrow this baby. Let's do this. Day after day, alone on a hill, a man with a foolish grin escaping perfectly still. But nobody wants to know him, they can see that he's just a fool. He never gives an answer, but the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. Alright, Fool on the Hill. It's honestly a great place to start your singing and playing the bass journey because, well, we can focus all of our energy on learning our vocal part because the bass part, super easy. On that note, what are some things that we're supposed to be paying attention to when trying to sing? Welcome to the vocal crash course. First off, you're going to want to do a warm-up montage of your own. You can skip the montage and just go straight to the warm-up if you want. Number 2, when you find a song you want to learn, pick a key that works for you. Actually, wait, before we go there, find out what your vocal range is. Most likely, you're going to be going back and forth between these vocal techniques: falsetto and chest voice. And if you're really badass, mixed voice. And then, depending on which technique you're using, you'll activate more or less of your vocal range. Now, go figure out your range and prosper. Oh, in addition to the notation tabs and lyrics in this week's free workbook, we've also added some basic vocal warm-up exercises and tips. Go on, go grab it. Number 3, breathing. Most of us do this when we're playing our instruments without even realizing. But where you breathe is heavily influenced by how you choose to phrase your lines, and vice versa. And that will have a huge impact on whether you're in time or not, whether you're dragging, rushing, and, well, whether you're out of air. And number 4, and I don't think I really need to say this one, but we gotta match pitch. Alright, now that we've got that behind us, let's go be bassists again. Until I find a way to say the only words I know that you'll understand. We've got a slightly harder vocal part on Michelle, but thankfully the bass is still quite simple. But let's be honest, the true challenge on this song is the French. Oui, oui, baguette, baguette, moustache. Remind me not to invite French Sharon back again. Alright, rule number 1 to singing whilst playing the bass. Voice is king. As long as your singing is on point, most people will know whether or not you made a mistake on the bass. So if you're gonna mess up, make sure it's on the bass. I know, I'm sorry, this is a bass channel and what I just said is probably the most sacrilegious thing ever, but unfortunately true. You say yes, I say no. You say stop, and I say go, go, go. A good way to tackle this part is rule number 2. Know both parts like the back of your hand, separately and ideally by heart, and then gradually merge them together. Let's take this line for example. Make sure you know it without singing, and slowly. And the same thing on voice. You say yes, I say no. The name of the game is, as always, looping. Take sections that are hard for you, half a bar, a whole bar, loop that, separately on bass, separately on voice, and then combine them slowly, ideally using a metronome. Here come old flat top, he come, grooving up slowly, he got do eyeball, he won. I'll be honest, the only reason I did this song is because I don't think it's legal to do a McCartney bass video without featuring it. Anywho, epic bass line plus really, really funky vocal part and somewhat weird lyrics equals a great time. You think that people would have had up for silly love songs, but I look around me and I see it isn't so. Some people want to fill the world with silly love songs. What's wrong with that? I'd like to know. 'Cause here I go again. I love you. I love you. I'd be amiss to ignore McCartney's entire non-Beatles career. The man's a genius with or without him. The bass part's super punchy and hella funky, and honestly, it's like the entire song. So once you've got those 2-3 bars nailed down, you're good to go. Let's look at them. And have fun with that line. Omit a note or two, change it up a bit. Somewhere in a smile, she knows that I don't need no other lover. Something in her style that shows me don't wanna leave her now. You know I believe in how doesn't sing, but the bass line is so incredible that I really don't care. Actually, wait a minute. It's likely an incredible bass part because Paul wasn't singing. Wow. I know when I'm singing and playing, I often chillax a bit on bass just because my brain's split. But this song is a great example of rule number 3. When playing someone else's song or a cover, you don't always have to play the exact lines. There's such a thing as lines of the moment. On a different day, in a different studio, on a different bass, there's a good chance McCartney would have played a completely different line. So it's our job to figure out what are the bass lines and what are the lines of the moment. The lines of the moment you can likely omit with just playing bass parts over the chords, and you're going to be good to go. That being said, the song does have a couple of lines that you have to play because they are carved into stone. I don't want to leave now. If you mess with that, oh my god. Dear sir, oh man, will you read my book? It took me years to write. Will you take a look? It's based on a novel by a man named Lear, and I need a job and I want to be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. Dirty story of a dirty man and his clinging wife doesn't understand. His son is working for the Daily Mail. It's a steady job, but he wants to be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. Paperback writer. So originally this song was going to be a lot earlier in the video because it's an easy song, right? Wrong! When I actually sat down to learn these parts, well, let me just say that someone's butt was definitely kicked. Both the vocal and bass part are super active, super fast, and there are a lot of words. Let me play it for you really slowly. Dear sir or madam, will you read my book? It took me years to write. Will you take a look? It's based on a novel by a man named Lear, and I need a job and I wanna be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. Alright, our final song, You Never Give Me Your Money, which is not a pitch for the SPL membership because you don't need money to sign up for a 14-day free trial. Anyways, this song is just full of epic bass goodness, but also, I might have even invited a special guest to help play us out. You never give me your money. You only give me your funny paper. And in the middle of negotiations, you break down. I never give you my number. I only give you my situation, and in the middle of investigation, I break down.
Out of college, money spent, see no future, pay no rent. All the money's gone, nowhere to go. Any jobber got the sack, Monday morning, turning back. Yellow lorry, slow, nowhere to go. But oh, that magic feeling, nowhere to go. But oh, that magic feeling, nowhere to go, nowhere to go.
Step on the gas and wipe that tear away. One sweet dream came true today.
Came true today. Came true today.
Yes, it did. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All good children go to heaven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.